the Holy Land may rejoice that Sabo will murder him soon. Is also a man who carries a checkered fate. I'm sorry, what? That phrase, hold on, that phrase is only used for people who have the D. You're not gonna tell me Sabo's actual name is Sadipo. You're not gonna do that. That Sabo is also a man who carries a checkered fate. I doubt there's anyone else whose life is as surrounded by D's as his. Giggity. Cause Sabo's surrounded by a bunch of D's, you know, big D's, huge D's. The weapon created by Vegapunk. Mother Flame. I want to use it. Mother Flame. Wait! Is that what he used to destroy Lelouchia Kingdom? That's right, we need to test it to see if it's the real deal or not. Do it on Lelouchia Kingdom. Yep, I knew it. Let's get it. Let's get it. My guessing game is on point. But there's a lot of people there. I don't care. Screw them Joker. Emu don't care. Oh Lord, Emu do not care. Emu will cream in you, boy. He does not care. Unconsensually. Understood. The world moves by the will of the creator. One more thing. Yes, my lord. I want Vivi. Understood. Of course you do. You want Vivi because you want to bang her. That's why. He wants to bang Vivi because he reminds her of Queen Lily. And man's like, I want to see if the carpet matches the drapes. Are they both blue? Let's see. However, this was a fresh new start for the Marines. Deploy all the Seraphim. Yes! Let's go! Alright! The Dolphy up in this mug. We got Seraphim Morgan. We got Seraphim Croco boy. Ooh! 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 Let's go. Let's get it. This dude. Ooh! Ooh, this, ooh! Oh, this Joker look kind of sexy, don't it? He got a moon head. What is that? He got a crescent moon head. Oh, no. The one who passed judgment was the former king of a land called God. Get it, son? Judgment was the former king of a land called God Valley. Currently, he is the supreme commander of the Holy Knights. The one who was executed was the man who stood up for the fishmen. Saint Don Quixote Mosgard. No, Mosgard. Oh man, Saint Figarland Garling. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm telling you, man, this Shank's uncle right here. This Shank's uncle. I told you this Joker look like. I told you them Jokers look like some Figarlands. I told you they look like them one of them Piglin boys. Those who protect trash are less than trash. A person who can pass judgment to a celestial dragon. I'm telling you, man, Shanks. Well, okay, we already know. This is basically confirmed. Okay, Film Red done told us enough. The actual story done told us enough. Saint Figarland Garling is here with his one sword, looking like a moon-headed Shanks. Yo, this dude here. This is why they respect Shanks so much. Okay. One of them Piglin boys. I see you, boy. Alright, so in this chapter, it is confirmed that Emu wants Vivi's cheeks. He wants to clap them thoroughly so. Okay, that's not entirely true, but you do have to ask yourself, what else does he want? You got a question, it's like, okay, what does he actually want? What does he want to do? Like, honestly. Besides possibly killing her, which, okay, but he says he wants Vivi. He didn't say he wanted to kill Vivi, so I don't really know how this is gonna go. But then we also got the Moon Boy, Saint Figarland Garling, which it was the former king of a land called God Valley. Now that whole, okay, God Valley makes you question the God Valley incident even more. Like, what happened to it? How did it get destroyed? It said that it doesn't exist, so I guess Emu destroyed it. Wonder why? Because clearly they're on Emu's side, so it's like, I don't really know what to say. And another good question is, how strong is this guy? That's what I want to know. How strong are you, Mr. Figarland? He is the supreme commander of the Holy Knights, so he's the leader of the Holy Knights. So, okay, that I just want to see more of this. But we're gonna get a whole month break, so I don't know what to say about that, really, at least at this point in time. I'll have to talk about that a little bit more later. But anyways, hi, I'm Vagabond Kana. This is One Piece chapter 1086, The Five Elders. So after the last chapter, everyone's looking for Vivi and Sabo, and CP0 is actually on the hunt for both Vivi and Sabo, but also their allies are looking for them as well. Vivi's actually stowed away on the Aegis Kingdom ship, and Walpole actually ends up calling Morgan's to pick him up, and like, oh, I was like, oh, he's got Morgan's number like that. Okay, that's intriguing. Okay. And then Vivi asked Walpole, hey, what did you see, Walpole? And then Walpole was like, no, you're like the last person I want to tell. Just go back to your ship. Well, I'm not telling you nothing. Which, okay, so this is something that I questioned for a while now, because we knew of this incident. The question was, and we also knew that Sabo saw Imu. But here's the thing. We wanted to know, did Vivi see Imu, right? At least I wanted to know that, because for me, that kind of tells me, okay, what type of danger she's in, right? But it doesn't really matter because Imu wants Vivi anyways. So it's like, okay, Vivi really, really wants Imu. So it's a lot to question here. I don't really know what's going to happen with Vivi. Perhaps she will have some form of protection. I am guessing maybe, quite possibly, from the Revolutionary Army, they might help protect her, but we have to see where Vivi's story is going to go from here. So Vivi's kept up in a ship with Walpole. And then we see Bonnie, one of the best girls, by the way, Bonnie. She's kept in Tajin. I think that, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. I don't even know if this is a proper translation, but she's in Tajin Kingdom ship. So she's just a stowaway, and she's hungry, of course, because it's Bonnie. She's literally like female Luffy without the rubber and the stretching and all that stuff. And Sabo, he's in the Lelouchia Kingdom ship. Sabo is really messed up here. But anyways, we cut on over to the panel where they show the 5 Gorosei. And they're like, Sabo has a checkered fate too. He's surrounded by a bunch of D's. Oh, it's a good moment. I like this. I like this very much so. But anyways, Imu ends up calling them, and he says, the weapon created by Dr. Vegapunk. I want to use Mother Flame. And Imu's like, do it on Lelouchia Kingdom. And he was like, but there's a lot of people there. And he's like, I don't care. and it was like, okay, but why Lelouchia Kingdom? Why choose that? And he was like, it's close. So what Imu is doing here, Imu knows that Sabo has been reported to be there, right? Imu knows that, as we've seen in the previous chapter, and as mentioned also here, Sabo was reported to be there. There was a transponder snail that was intercepted. Imu intercepted that transponder snail, and then he was like, okay, I'm gonna blow up Lelouchia Kingdom because he's there. But the thing is that Imu doesn't want to tell the Gorosei this right here, apparently. So I gotta look at the other panel of the chapter in which this happened. But anyways, we got the 5 Gorosei's full names. And so, of course, we got Saint J. Garcia Legend. I'm sorry. I keep thinking J.D. Legend. God dang it. Y'all done messed me up. Anyways, we got Saint J. Garcia Saturn. We got Saint J. Garcia Saturn. He is the military god of scientific defense, which is, okay, that's very ironic or purposeful, because he is headed towards Egghead Island. And he is the military god of scientific defense. So is that the reason why he's going to Egghead Island? Because he's the military god of scientific defense? And he's the best pick for this? Quite possibly so. Next up, we have the other elder. His name is Saint Marcus Mars. So this is the guy who's supposed to represent Mars. Obviously, that's his name. He's the military god of environment. So that's kind of, okay, the god of environment. So I am really super hyper curious as to how this is going to go, with how this is going to match with what their actual responsibilities are. I guess his responsibility is over that of the environment, but will his devil fruit match that as well? That would be kind of funny. That'd be real cool. But anyways, Saint Marcus Mars, that's him. On to the next elder, Saint Topman Walkyrie. So basically, like Mercury. Is Walkyrie? He's basically Mercury. That's what he is. He's Mercury. He's Mercury, and it's just like Oda's just messing around with the names at this point. But he is the military god of law. Military god of law. This is very interesting. I'm gonna talk about some Straw Hat matchups after this, just in case this might be the case. But I'm gonna talk about it after this. And the next guy is Saint Ethan Baron Nasujiro. Nasujiro. This guy's Venus. He's Venus because his name is Venus Sujiro. It's a joke. It's a freaking joke. Now, I might have this wrong. Let me know if I got it wrong, but I hope I'm not wrong. I'm gonna look mad ignorant by the time I upload this video. But yeah, he's basically Venus. He's basically Venus. But he's the military god of finance. So he controls over the finances of the world, I guess. And then the other guy, now this is the interesting thing. This next elder, he is called the warrior god of agriculture. So everybody else is called the military god of so on and so forth, right? He is called the warrior god. And he's over agriculture. So what makes this different? Maybe it's a translation thing. I'm gonna have to wait till the viz to come out for me to really go in depth with what they really mean here. But his name is Saint Shepherd Jupiter. He's Jupiter. Jupiter. It's just freaking Oda's at it again. He's like, before I do laser eye surgery, I need to let out these puns real quick. Let me just before I go on this 4-week break. But anyways, at this point, Emu mentions that he wants Vivi. And he's like, understood. So this is like, okay, I'm not gonna go into depth why he wants Vivi. I know I've been making jokes like, oh, he wants to clap her cheeks and all that stuff, like not in the insulting, like I'm gonna beat her up kind of way, like in a sexual way. But anyways, but yeah, moving on to that, we get to see the other Seraphim, which made me so happy. I'm like, dude, Seraphim Dofi is here. The one that everyone thought was the traitor on Egghead Island, which was interesting. There's very interesting theories out there, but you know, it's One Piece. I mean, a lot of things are possible, so I can't really be too mad at him. Well, I can be a little mad. That actually didn't make any sense. But anyways, we have Seraphim Dofi, we have Seraphim Moria, and we have Seraphim Crocodile. I want to see their abilities because Seraphim Crocodile, he's not a Logia. So maybe he'll copy Magellan, because I know they get the abilities from people in what do you call it? In Impel Down. So more than likely, they do have, like Seraphim Dofi is going to actually have his Paramecia powers, definitely. Moria, however, he should. I mean, he also is a Paramecia. They should be able to get it because they attacked Moria, but Moria escaped. So Kid Moria should have those powers, and Crocodile is probably going to be just a poison guy, you know, because you're not getting the sand fruit. It's not happening. I'm sorry. So that's going to be a very cool thing to see. I'm looking forward to that one for sure. But then we move on to something very, very interesting. So Sabo's basically giving Ivankov and Dragon the rundown of what happened and how he was able to escape from Lelouchia Kingdom. He actually really did something very smart. He did a transponder snail as he was already setting sail from the island. And that's when the island was attacked by Emu's weapon that he got from Vegapunk, Mother Flame. When he gave him that rundown, Ivankov mentioned that you said this guy's name was Emu, right? And Ivankov said 800 years ago, among the creators of the world, from the first 20 kings, there was a king named Saint Emu from the Nerona family. Now, okay, Saint Emu from the Nerona family. I found it very interesting that Nerona sounded a lot like Perona, but it's probably nothing. It's probably nothing. But we know Emu's name, Saint Emu Nerona. That's going to be very interesting. I'm looking forward to this guy's backstory. Like, what made you be the way that you are, buddy? Why are you this way? I really want to know. Ivankov also says, oh, that means that this guy can't die. This is proof that there exists a power in this world in which someone can become immortal and live forever, which we all know, law, oppie fruit, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, law's coming into play, man, but also law is definitely going to die. I believe he's going to die in this series, definitely. But anyways, they're moving on from this. They're wondering if this is an ancient weapon or not. this may be what Emu used, the mother thing, because that was clearly stated to be created by specifically Vegapunk. So either Vegapunk created a copy of the ancient weapon, or I don't think they actually have the ancient weapon. I think Vegapunk more than likely has made a copy of whatever that ancient weapon is, which is more than likely Uranus. So moving on from that, we get to see Saint Figarland, and this is when he's killing off Mosgard, Saint Don Quixote Mosgard, one of the celestial dragons that actually became good. And that's unfortunate. You know, he was one of the few examples of good celestial dragons. He was. So Saint Figarland, this dude is 110% related to Shanks. I'm looking forward to seeing what these guys can do. I really, truly am. I want to see the rest of the crew. How many of these guys are there is the question too. And are they all Yonko level? Are they all Yonko level? I don't know. But this was a good chapter. It's unfortunate we have to end off like this. I was hoping we could get like, you know, a third chapter before we get a break, but no, we can't. Apparently Oda's getting laser eye surgery or some type of surgery for his eye. So it's like, hey, you know, go ahead and take your rest, you know, do your thing. You gotta take care of yourself, right? But this was a very good chapter. Very good. I'm looking forward to the rest. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff to talk about in the coming 4 weeks. But anyways, let's move on to the Reddit comments as well as a mixture of the Carrot Opium session. I'm gonna mix between the two. I'm super glad that you guys sent in your questions or statements or whatever the heck you had to say, and I will be reading some of them in this video. So here we go. Figarless behavior. Oh hell nah, I gave birth to a rat. You take it from me. Okay, all right. Why? Figarless behavior. Average One Piece panel after Oda's eye surgery. I'm telling you, man, because the panels, okay, Oda's paneling is not good. Okay, I'm gonna be 10 billion% real with you. His paneling is not good. It's not. It's bad. Okay, I'm sorry. I mean, it gets the job done. It gets the job done, but sometimes it's just like, what the hell? Like, yo, imagine you just see a drastic change in the art form. I, for one, welcome our new Berserk overlords. Crazy, crazy bastards. Okay, one of the comments posted on my video from CNET, he says, this really does make me wonder why the world government hasn't put in a massive push to collect the poneglyphs. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm glad there are enough people who realize Luffy doesn't care if Vivi is a D. One guy was saying that Cobra's message was for Vivi and Luffy, and it pretty much guarantees Vivi reuniting with Luffy. And don't get me wrong, they will definitely meet again, but Luffy doesn't care about the D. Yeah, that's very true. Look, I don't know why people keep... I'm gonna talk about that later. But anyways, I'm gonna finish your comment. Regarding Carrot, one guy was telling me the idea of the Straw Hats needing someone to fill a position is no longer needed. Like, 9 crew members fit a role, but the last one, regardless of who it is, shouldn't? That's weird to me. Yeah, so, yeah, everyone needs a role. Everyone who's going to join the Straw Hat crew is going to have a role. That's just, that's not a conversation. At this point in the story, that's not even a conversation anyone should really be having. It's weird. It's a pointless, worthless conversation. It's like, dude, like every single crew member has this. What's going on? But regarding the Vivi thing, yeah, a lot of people were arguing that, oh, Vivi is a D and this means that she's joining the Straw Hat crew. But it's like, what does the D have to do with her joining the Straw Hat crew? I don't understand it. It's like they heard, oh, Vivi's a D, she's gonna be the Straw Hat. It's like, she is a Straw Hat. She's an honorary Straw Hat, but what does this mean that she's going to officially sail with them? That doesn't make a lot of sense. That doesn't make a lot of sense. It's like, we don't even know what the D means. We know that it's the enemy of the gods, but that doesn't specifically mean she's jumping on the ship and going with them. That doesn't, no. That's senseless. Like, what's going on? Like, do a video on why Wanda and Shishilian will rule Zoe. So, my first instinct was to say no. But you know what? I can probably do a YouTube short of that because that can really be explained in very few words. Very, very few words. And I could probably do a YouTube short of that. I know not a lot of people mess with my YouTube shorts because my YouTube shorts is really just me trolling. It really is. That's all my YouTube shorts exist for. If you want to get either a good laugh or just straight up offended, just watch my YouTube shorts. But I am thinking, I'm thinking for the future of the channel, I'm thinking of probably making a lot more serious analytical shorts. I'm gonna test that out this weekend. If it doesn't work, then okay, I'll just stick to trolling. But overall, I'm thinking about moving my channel in general closer towards more shorts rather than the long formatted videos that I make now. So if I do something like that, it will be a short. It will definitely be a YouTube short, and it'll hopefully mean something to somebody, because I don't think a lot of people will watch a long formatted video of that or even a short of that, to be completely honest. But hey, I will definitely keep that in mind for the future. I might actually do that. Top 1 in the verse, baby. Garland for Garland, a new swordsman in the series who's under Mihawk. It's crazy how almost every top tier One Piece character is a swordsman, and Mihawk has the title. Mihawk, top 1 in the verse. Hey, you know what? This is one agenda that I don't mind pushing. Hey, it's this agenda, the Care for Nakama agenda, and the agenda that Luffy can beat Naruto agenda. Those are the agendas I push, okay? Anything outside of that is just like, it's whatever. Obviously, Mihawk is not top of the verse, though. For those of you who, you know, don't know how I think, I don't think Mihawk is number 1. I just think he's stronger than Shanks, okay? And every other swordsman, which is kind of common sense. I mean, is this really a conversation worth having? And should I really have to tell people this? It's not that hard to understand. But anyways, moving on. Carrot will be the first mink to master Sulong without the full moon or rumble ball. It is referred to as the true form of the minks after all. Like how Sanji reached his full power by rejecting the raid suit, and Zoro mastered Enma. Carrot will be the first mink to turn Sulong under the sun. The new dawn Pedro wanted her to witness. I like the idea of that. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, that would be so cool, dude. I hope I get to see that. I really do. That'd be dope. Because I actually wanna see a strong, like, if she's gonna be the queen of Zoe, it's just like, well, Jesus Christ, at least be strong enough. She can't be the level that she's at now. And oh, I rule over this entire country. I have no leadership skills, and I ain't even the strongest. I ain't even one of the strongest. I was like, yeah, we gonna have to tune up the story a bit on that front, because that ain't right. I'm sorry. You should set up a place where we can send you our questions or discussions like Discord. Nah. Search Mile D Caribou. Carrot could be hiding inside him like Rizzo did on that Wano gel. This guy is a genius, okay? This guy's a freaking genius. Because Mile D Caribou, I didn't even know what that was until he mentioned that. Mile D Caribou is also known as is basically protein poisoning, but also like rabbit starvation. Basically, it comes from like eating mainly just lean meat, and the term rabbit starvation originates from the fact that rabbit meat is very lean, with almost all of its caloric content from protein rather than fat. So that would cause protein poisoning. And I'm just like, oh my God, that is so smart. If this is way of Oda's just doing like another joke, and Caribou actually did like Carrot is actually inside Caribou, I'd be like, oh wow, that's funny. Now I'm taking this with a small grain of salt. You know, I don't personally like the idea of Carrot being inside Caribou, but it's really not about what I like. It's about what the possibilities are. So it is what it is. She's gonna look like an absolute clown by the time she comes back with the Straw Hats if she does that though. She's gonna look like an absolute clown. But it is what it is, man. I mean, I'll take what I can get. You, sir, are absolutely sexy for sending me that. Thank you very much. Simp Moo might be real. I told you, man, he wants to clap VV's cheeks. I done told you. This man want him some VV booty. If I can't bang you, I'll bang your descendants. Well, that was fun. But anyways, guys, we're gonna have to wait for like 4 weeks, so if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe. Come and join the Vagabond's journey. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a lot more shorts recently, less of the long format videos, but I'm definitely going to be doing the comparing Straw Hat candidates video, and I got a whole month to work on it, so it's like, hey, look, I think I can do it. I think I can do it before 1088 comes out. So definitely that is going to happen. As long as nothing stupid happens in life. That's all I gotta ask for. But hey, please like and subscribe. And with all that being said, Vagabond gone.